name's Lily.
And I'm Junaid.
And this is our investigation into the problem of global education.
We're going to find out what you can do to help children around the world who don't have a chance to go to school.
Every child has the right to an education. Education is the key to ending poverty around the world. It gives children the skills they need to participate in the world, and it makes them feel happy about themselves.
Some children can't go to school because they have to work, just to buy enough food to survive. Many cannot afford the school fees, uniforms or books.
Other children have to live in war zones where schools can't function.
In some countries, the government doesn't provide any schools at all. Girls and disabled children are most at risk of missing their education.
There are about 6 million children scraping a living on the streets of India. Some children hunt through piles of city waste, looking for something to sell for a few rupees, often earning as little as 20p per day.
What's been done so far to deal with this problem?
A great deal of work has been done to make world leaders aware of the global education problems. Millions of buddies, each one representing a child out of school, were sent to world leaders in the G8 in Scotland in 2005. Worldwide in 2006, over 5 million children and parents took part in over 100 countries to demand more teachers.
Number 10 was swamped with cut-out messages. So much so that the cutouts were featured on the Downing Street website.
We talked to the Chancellor Gordon Brown to see what effects we're having.
We've got to provide the money and we've got to persuade other countries to do so. But education is the key to all sorts of other things, including good jobs at a later stage in your life.
We went with a group of other schools to meet Tony Blair before he set off to last year's G8 meeting in Russia.
And asked him to work harder on helping those children get an education.
If we can get this money flowing not just from our countries but from other countries into places like Africa, and we get the children in at least the primary education, that will make a big difference. Sometimes people kind of think it's hopeless. It doesn't matter how much you do, it's never really going to change. Some of the real and big problems of Africa are getting solved. So it does make a difference. That's why it's important that you do the campaign like this.
In Mozambique, we met some school children and found out how important it is to get an education and how lucky the children were to be in school. We even met Nelson Mandela.
And we asked him for some advice.
If all the children of Britain act together, you can be more powerful than any government.
World leaders have promised that by 2015, every child will have a primary education.
The good news is, because of your efforts, there are 20 million children who are now in school.
This leaves us 80 million more to get into school by 2015.
We need to speed things up. Experts believe that if the money needed to get children into school is not found within the next 2 years, there's no chance of meeting the 2015 deadline. We need more people to join up with us.
This is where you can help. Join up. Together, we are stronger. This year, there's a new person in charge of the G8. Her name is Angela Merkel, and she is also the leader of Germany.
Angela Merkel will also have a lot of influence over what happens in Europe, as she'll be the president of the European Union.
We need to make sure that Angela Merkel and other world leaders really think about how important it is to get every child an education by the year 2015.
This year's challenge is to get as many people to join us. We can show how many people have joined us by getting them to form a chain.
When world leaders see that hundreds and thousands of children from all around the world have joined our campaign, they will be reminded that promises to children must be kept. Get as many kids from your school to join in. Make the longest chain possible.
You could even try and join up with a nearby school. You could brainstorm ideas about how to get other schools involved with the campaign, either in the UK or internationally.
Join up, together we are stronger!
You can represent your chain somehow. Take video or still pictures. Measure the length of your chain and how many children took part, and then write down the information.
You can make cut-out chains and decorate them to represent all the people in your chain. Or you could get each person to make their individual cutouts and join the hands together. Go to www.sendmyfriend.org and enter all the information you have gathered. How many children were in your chain? How long was the line?
You will also be able to see what other children in the UK and other countries have been doing.
Be creative, but remember, you need to be able to get your work into an envelope. Send your work to Angela Merkel.
Don't forget, all your work must be submitted by June the 6th, 2007.
Good luck with your projects.
Join up! Together we are stronger!